BTS News Today. BTS, a phenomenal group that has made history in the global music industry, has always been known for the close friendship between its members. However, behind the glitter of the stage and the warmth of the relationship shown to the public, it turns out that there is a story of the past that had time to attract attention. Jan, the oldest member of BTS, finally spoke openly about a sensitive topic: Jungkook's experience of being a victim of bullying. This recognition surprised many fans, especially since BTS always seemed to be a harmonious family. So, what exactly happened? Why did Jungkook become a victim of bullying, and who was involved in this incident? Through this article, we will thoroughly explore the story, how Jin decided to share his story, and the impact it had on Jungkook and BTS as a whole. Jungkook joined Big Hit Entertainment at a very young age of 13. With outstanding talent in vocals, dancing, and even stunning visuals, she immediately caught the attention of coaches and other trainees. However, being the youngest in a competitive environment like South Korea's entertainment world is not easy. Jin reveals that Jungkook's early days as a trainee were full of challenges. As a teenager, she had to adapt to the pressure to look perfect, while her shy personality made it difficult for her to establish relationships with other trainees. "He's like a child who suddenly has to become an adult too soon," Jin said in an interview. Jungkook often feels insecure, especially because of his much younger age compared to other trainees. This makes him an easy target for pressure, both verbal and emotional, from those around him. In his confession, Jin did not name anyone specifically, but he hinted that the bullying towards Jungkook happened in the early days of their debut as BTS. Jungkook, who was then known as the Golden Magne, was considered too perfect by some, leading to jealousy. "There were times when Jungkook felt very alone," Jin said. "He once told me that he didn't understand why certain people treated him so badly, when he just wanted to work hard and learn from them." This bullying, according to Jin, comes not only from the outside environment, but also from people who should be role models for Jungkook. Some seniors in the entertainment industry once viewed him as a threat, because at a young age he already showed great potential. As a result, Jungkook is often under pressure to reduce his abilities, even to the point of being asked not to stand out too much during group rehearsals. As the oldest member, Jin feels a responsibility to protect Jungkook from such situations. In an emotional interview, Jin revealed how he often sacrifices himself to make sure Jungkook doesn't feel isolated. "When I saw Jungkook crying quietly in the corner of the room, my heart broke," Jin recalled. "He never complained or asked for help, but I knew he was going through a difficult time." Jin then recounts that he once directly confronted several people who were thought to be the cause of Jungkook's bullying. Despite initial rejection, Jin's courage to stand up for his sister bore fruit. "I just want them to see Jungkook as a human being, not a threat," Jin said. As BTS became known, the dynamics among its members changed. Jin admitted that the bullying had affected the group's internal relationships, especially since some members felt guilty not immediately realizing what Jungkook was going through. However, this moment also became a turning point for BTS. After a long discussion involving all members, they agreed to be more open and support each other. Jungkook felt more comfortable talking about his feelings, which ultimately helped strengthen their relationship. Although this experience left a deep mark, Jungkook overcame it and grew into one of the most successful idols in the world. Jin reveals that Jungkook used his pain as motivation to get better. "He once told me, 'Hyung, I don't want anyone else to feel what I feel. So, I'll be the best to prove that I can handle it,' Jin said. As a result, Jungkook is now known as a versatile artist with great influence, not only in South Korea, but also globally. His bitter experience did not make him give up, but rather became a springboard to achieve tremendous success. At the end of the interview, Jin delivered an important message to BTS fans, known as ARMY. He hopes this story can be a lesson that everyone has an invisible struggle, including idols who look perfect in the public eye. Jungkook is proof that strength and perseverance can overcome anything. He is an inspiration to all of us," said Jin. This confession not only reveals another side of BTS's journey, but also shows that their friendship is based on real struggle and unconditional support. From this experience, BTS grew solid, and Jungkook became a vivid example of how a person can rise from a bad experience and reach the peak of success. This article invites readers to see Jungkook not only as an idol, but also as a human being with a story of his own struggle. Hopefully this story gives inspiration that behind every success, there is always a valuable lesson that we can take. After the difficult moment he experienced, Jungkook took a big step to change himself. Jin reveals that Jungkook is not the type to let himself down for too long. Instead, he used the bad experience as an incentive to keep growing. Jungkook is a person who always wants to learn and improve himself. He has a spirit that never goes out, explained Jin. He recounted that Jungkook often took longer to train on his own after the group's official rehearsals were over. Despite the enormous pressure from the outside, she continues to try to show the best version of herself, not to prove something to others, but to herself. Jungkook began to expand his capabilities in various fields. He learned to dance more deeply, studied advanced vocal techniques, and even showed great interest in music production. All this he did while maintaining the humble attitude that has always characterized him. Jin added that one of the most emotional moments was when Jungkook wrote her a letter. In the letter, Jungkook thanked Jin for his unconditional support. He wrote that if it were not for me, perhaps he would not have survived, Jin recalled with a slight smile. When Jin opened this story, the other BTS members also gave emotional responses. RM, as the leader of the group, said that he felt guilty for not fully realizing what Jungkook had experienced in the past. As a leader, I felt I should have been more sensitive to the feelings of the other members, especially Jungkook, who was very young at the time. But I also learned from this situation that communication is the key to maintaining our cohesiveness. RM said in the interview. J-Hope, who is known for his cheerful personality, admitted that he also never expected that Jungkook harbored such deep pain. We all love Jungkook like our own little brother. When I heard this story, I could only hug her and apologize for not being there for her at the time. Suga, who is usually more reserved, gives a straightforward yet touching response. I have always been amazed by Jungkook's strength. He never showed it in person, but he is one of the strongest people I know. Suga said. V, who has a very close relationship with Jungkook, said he felt angry when he heard about his best friend's bullying. Jungkook is a very good person. It's hard to imagine why anyone would want to hurt him. I just hope he knows that we're all there for him, no matter what. Say V with a firm voice. This story not only influenced Jungkook personally, but also shaped the dynamics of BTS as a group. This experience has been a valuable lesson for them about the importance of supporting and taking care of each other, especially in an industry that is often cruel to young idols. Over time, BTS became one of the groups with the most solid internal relationships in the K-pop industry. They showed the world that behind their success, there is a strong bond of brotherhood that is woven from both bitter and sweet experiences they went through together. Jin said that this experience made BTS more aware of the importance of creating a safe and supportive environment, not only for themselves but also for the people around them. They became advocates for mental health, often discussing the importance of talking about feelings and seeking help if needed. After Jin's confession, many soldiers sent messages of love and support to Jungkook.